Demecos, your thoughts on Mr. Billingsley's TED Talk.
Man, I can't yell that any louder, man. As you know, I've been saying that for years about black men needing to get out of these warehouse jobs and into white collar professions such as tech, because those jobs are, due to automation, becoming a dying industry. On top of the wages just not being comparable enough to the living wages required in today's market in the future. I try to make it my priority. When I say black cloud engineers and get into tech, I always try to make sure it's a priority that I'm saying black Americans. Because while I love my black foreigners and I collaborate with a lot of them on multiple projects, in the American market, there's such a gap and lack of black talent in the black tech, in the tech space, and in the engineering space, that they're literally having to give these opportunities away to other people who aren't even qualified to fill these positions. And then they're also giving these positions to a lot of immigrants who, again, may not even have might not just be the best person ethically for the position, as well as not technically for the position. But because blacks aren't even up, and the thing about it, and always when I mention the 2% and there's only 12% of blacks in entire tech industry, it's not even that we aren't given. There's this huge racial bias, because there are racial biases that exist. But that's not a large part of why blacks aren't in tech engineering. The reason we're not in it is because we're not even trying to become tech engineers. That is the crazy thing about it. And when you look at the opportunities in tech and in cloud tech especially, and I push cloud tech because it's the future, it's the now, it's where the most lucrative opportunities are and the lowest barrier of entry, because you're really only required to have certifications to work for a job, a company, as well as certifications to be able to partner with these cloud agencies and run your own business, which I do both of, actually. So it's like, I try to tell blacks, like, this stuff ain't as complicated as you think. This ain't the old days of where a computer programmer is sitting at his desk 8 hours a day, nerdy, antisocial, socially awkward, etc. Those engineers are still around, absolutely, but that's not the requirement label look now of a tech professional. And it's like, I be telling black women, I be wanting to show black women, like, the tech engineers that's in this space that are black women are so savvy and so fly. Like, it's the new wave. Like, our future, everything is tech. So how can you not be a part of the business end of the lucrative opportunities tech provides? And if all you have to do is get certifications and do your labs and projects and carry that relentless attitude that the young lady is talking about, Autumn, earlier, carry that with you over into your tenacity of applying for jobs and getting through interviews until you get your first job offer. It's like, because once you get the job offer and once you get your first 1-2 years of tech experience, you're pretty much, you've developed enough of a skill to have a sense of security going forward to where you can get more and more lucrative opportunities. And I think blacks, I'm going to say this in closing, I think a lot of blacks, especially black men, shun from this, and because it's something that affects us as black boys. It's the lack of literacy that black boys have that shuns them from wanting to pursue, most of them to pursue technical engineering careers, because to learn these certifications, to learn these skills requires literacy. You have to be able to read, write, and comprehend literature and documents and things like that to be able to execute technical tasks. But if you're a person who doesn't like to read and doesn't like books and doesn't like learning literacy, because we all learn. Every time a phone comes out, you learn how to work the new phone. But, just in closing, it's a literacy. We have to address the literacy gap among black boys so that we can further catch them down the line that have interest in becoming black tech engineers.